Mate, hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I'm just muted. Oh my goodness. This is really
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. Today, I will be playing the 5-minute pool and commenting on the games as they take place. Let's see what happens. Today, I'm a little fresher than usual, so hopefully, I'll do better. And a little bit quiet in July, so much more time to relax. Meanwhile, I'm hosting a camp with Anatoly Karpov in a couple of weeks. It's starting in New York City. Anatoly Karpov is coming live to New York City to give a full 5-day intensive camp. And those of you that are interested can contact me, and I'll be glad to explain how it goes. But definitely you can see some of the posts in even the U.S. chess camp, uschess.org on the Scholastic site, and there are other things as well. Anyway, here we go. We have this game against International Master Sokol, Linus Sokolin, I guess. And here's the big choice: Bishop d3 or Bishop b5. Okay, I'm going to go with Bishop b5. I kind of oscillate between this move and Bishop d3. Bishop b5 is currently Magnus's choice in this position. So out of respect for the world champ, I'll do that. All right, interesting move. All right, let's attack the c pawn. Okay, and good point here for Black made a good point here. That is a good point, you know. Bishop is coming to a6. Smarty pants, this guy, huh? All right, I'm going to castle then. All right. Okay. Let's see. Black will take on. Black is not taking anywhere, so he's going. Okay, now I'm going to play Queen a3 to hit the coveted c5 square. Okay, I'm going to go for that square anyway, whether you like to or not, my friend. With a pawn, so I can play c4 and kick that bishop out of. Well, kick that bishop out of this existence, actually, if he's not careful. Maybe he has to play bishop b2, bishop d3 here. But then knight e5 looks nice. There we go. This looks like a beautiful position. Okay, and now my c4 move. Okay, now, all right, now this is nice too. This weak square, that b5, c6 pawn. Okay, now let's trade this, guys. Trade these babies. Sure. Knight d7, I take it, right? I imagine Black will play knight d7. That's okay. That's okay. Let's take that and try to improve my knight. Yes. And now let's try to see if I can play b5. This pawn wasn't busy. But was it? Maybe it was busy. Let's see. This rook, I mean. And that works how exactly? Bishop d3? b6. Son of a gun. All right. Take back. And oh no. I missed that move. Oh my god, that's a bad vibe. I'm getting a bad vibe on that one. Blunder City. Ay ay ay. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. Wow. I was so close to winning and yet I lost. Go figure. Okay. It doesn't look good, I have to say. Oh my god. How did that happen? Too bad. Oh my god. I hit the 3-move repetition and it was 3-move repetition. One way to draw a queen down ending. Now where did I go wrong? Oh my god, that was incredible how that ended in a draw. Okay, I like this position for white. And what did I do wrong here? Seriously. F6, maybe I shouldn't be so happy about it, huh? Yeah, and b5 didn't work because takes, yeah, of course I could have just doubled on the a file. There's no bishop d3 here because of queen c6, and if takes, well, I can take and that looks nice. Although then a5, maybe I can wait and just improve my knight first, let's see, to f4. Hit the bishop moves, I take on e6, right? That looks like an advantage for white. That's one thing. But earlier, it looked even better, but then I screwed up somehow. Queen a6, queen c7, maybe queen a5 was a good move to kind of try to do that. Okay. Anyway, save some rating points by clicking the draw button and claiming basically 3-time repetition. One thing you can do in an online game that you can't do in that well in an online blitz, in an offline blitz game, is you can claim 3-time repetition. Much easier. Just notice it and boom. Okay, well, what's going on here? D5 and ace. I think D5 is correct. D5, ED, A6, bishop C3, bishop C5. I think that's right, right? Yeah. Oh wait, D5 first. What am I doing? Oh well. Fine. Now it's all different. Anyway, there are two knights aiming for the D5 square. I doubt that both of them can make it. So I'm going for it, my friend. Stop me. You didn't. Well, D5 on you then. Yeah. I guess on knight c3 I can then play bishop b4. Should I do that? No. I should not. So let's take and play bishop b4 much better that way than if white is castled here. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to castle here. I need my king in the center. This is an endgame. Okay. Well, this way my king is in the center, and I'm castled. So that's a good deal. Okay. Taking. Now the knight's coming to c5. I need a square for my bishop on that, or g5. So maybe let's hit the bishop instead and get the bishop out of this. And my bishop will have some choices, t5 or some other square. As long as I grab that bishop of white's, should be a little bit better, especially with the pawn kind of on a4, a bit of a weakness for white, I believe. So let's see if I can adjust the lighting here a little bit. I think my light is a little bit off. Oh well. Sorry for the bees, guys. A little bit being here. All right, so rook d3, rook d4. I mean rook d4, knight c5. Maybe just king c8, right? Otherwise he'll check me anyway. So let me check out of that c file for now. Yeah, bishop c8 or bishop f5. I guess if I play bishop f5, the worst that can happen is white can play g4, which is nice. Okay, here rook d5, then b4, right? So rook d4. Let's be a little bit faster than our opponent's thought process here. Preempt his moves, right? Right. Now, probably keep an eye on this guy. Keep an eye on this guy on d3. And also some weaknesses here with h5 coming up. If h4, h5, and h1 is a target. There we go. And maybe rook h4 too is possible. Okay, rook b4, rook b5. How bad is that? Not so great, not so good, not so this. Okay, let's go. Rook b4, rook b5. If knight d7, at the end of the day, white will lose the knight on e5 to rook e8 followed by f6. That's my calculation. Knight d7, king c5, c7 rather. But rook b5 is my big and ugly threat. There it is, coming up. Oh no! Why do I keep doing that? I just missed this move. Okay, I'm threatening rook c5 still. So I'm still hoping I'm alive here. I'm imprisoning my rook like that. That's really silly. All right, let's get my rook to d4. Okay, I think that's going to be too much for white to handle. I think a king move was a better choice. Now, too many weaknesses in white's camp. Actually, really, most of the pawns are quite weak. So, the only thing is if I'm taking on d4, white will check on d7. So I have to preempt it with a move like bishop f5 first. Or go for that endgame, which is not 100% clear. Although I will have rook b5 at the end of the day. Okay, this one I can just take. That's a nice deal for me. All right. And back to controlling all those weakies. Okay. Now what? Suppose coming out is not bad. Okay. Let's come out carefully. No Russian coming out. I don't want white to play rook d3 and be happy about it. So go back, my friend. Go back to b1. And I'll just scroll over to the king side, picking up your pawns over there. Now that you know you're bound to your b pawn, I'll just come over to the g pawn and take all of that goodies. All those goodies. Yeah, exactly. Now, how sound was all this? I think the best move here is actually d5, because I think d5, pawn takes pawn, a6, knight c3, and bishop c5 even I think is a pretty good move here. I remember from some analysis I did back when, but then I said it, but I just didn't do it. But anyway, so I went for this, and then just bishop e7. I don't want to go bishop e6 before, and then this was kind of a wasteful move, because now I'm kind of threatening d5 and black, and it can't really be stopped. I don't have to rush it. I could have canceled, but I didn't. So it actually created more. And here, by the way, a typical thing to do is to take with the bishop and then with the knight. That was a better way to play. I kind of rushed the knight takes, and that created some possibilities here. And again, here, queen a5 looks really cool. That's a move I didn't even consider. Queen a5. Yeah. Anyway, Ivan Ivanov. Well, here we go. Let's go with knight f6 then. Against good old Ivan. Let's see what happens. That posed a dilemma, I guess. That's a tough move to deal with, knight f6, right? Rare to see. Anyway, my opponent's been thinking for 20 seconds. I guess maybe he's just putting his sandals on or something. Or rather, maybe taking them off for the real brawl. Okay, here it goes. All right, well, let's see. Knight e4. That's fine. That's my move. And let's go with c5. Checky. Check it out. Important to get c3, to force white to play this kind of non-important move c3 before we remove our knight from that. Dominating position on e4. Knight d2 is one of the main moves here, but okay, d5 is possible. Okay, so now I guess just d6 is fine. Okay, here we go. Should I play b5 on this kind of move? On e4 I have a4. I mean a6. Let's try it. I don't see why not. I really don't. It's a bit of an expansion on the queen side. Not to be over acknowledged, but still something, right? A little bit of an expansion. A lot of King's Indian players like that. Expansion on b5. Okay, now, of course, we have to defend because a4 is coming, so we have to be aware of that. Probably move our queen to maybe b6. Good question. Perhaps we should just take that one. I was thinking of playing bishop b7, but now I'm thinking white will take and play knight a3, and that will continuously haunt me. So either take or b4. b4 a5. All right, I think I got to take. I'm not so happy, but I'm not so sad either. It's not going to be that easy to win the pawn if white plays knight c4. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, now I'm hitting d5 square, so e5 is not so easy to play. The question is, how do I develop? Because maybe bishop b5 and knight d7 is the answer, right? Bishop b5 and knight d7. Uh-huh. Okay. c3 is a bit drafty. Knight h5, bishop d2 for now, but still, I think my position's fine. White squared bishop hasn't proven itself. Okay, so knight h5, knight e5, bishop e2, c4. Okay, let's put the rook on the b file. Nothing there yet, right? Maybe 98. All right, let's first go queen. Actually, queen b2. Yeah, why not queen b2, in fact? Make the c3 pawn a little weaker. Maybe even rook c2. If rook c1, rook c2, huh? Let's see. Hopefully I'm not going to trap my rook there, but knight h5 is coming out with a tempo and hitting the c pawn. All right, this is looking nice. That's a double attack on those bishops if he takes. That means I get myself a full pawn. Okay, a full pawn it is. Wait, yeah. And I guess bishop d4. Oh my god. Is he really going to take my knight? My bishop? Oh my god, I didn't see that. Oh, this is sad. This is very sad. Another blunder from me. Oh my god. That was a sad one. Because it looked like I was just winning. And suddenly I'm just lost. Wow, gotta get active. That was very strange how that just happened. Huh. Yikes. Pretty awful. Now the knight trade is coming. Ay, ay, ay. "27 seconds. Who knows? Maybe I can make it. 22, 21. Wow, it's taking a while. "15. 13. Is he gonna make it? Let's push the pawn. Wow. Some serious lag in this guy's play. Wow, he's not even trying to make a move. My god. Unbelievable. What's happening there? What was happening there with this guy? He started lagging straight out. But okay, but we got I'm interested in this position. I mean, this was quite complicated. I thought I was a little worse here, but still, it was always a fight. So now, yeah, this is well played. Let's put it this way. In fact, maybe too well played. In fact, that's maybe the issue here. My opponent played way too well. That's why he was spending so much time. Yeah, because this is actually a tough thing to see through. Yeah, I couldn't take the rook. That's crazy. I had to play rook d2 to give away the exchange, which of course isn't that hot. But I mean, this was very well played by my opponent. He played an exemplary game, but actually looks like a very strong game. Anyway, he lost on time. Everything comes at a price, and so do excellent moves sometimes. Okay, something to learn from that game. That was a very well played game by White, I have to say. I kind of felt the pressure, but not really until all of a sudden, you know, all hell broke loose, and you saw what happened. All right, I'm going bishop d2. And e4. Hopefully bishop d2 is a bit of a plus, more than knight to h5. Let's put it this way. Probably okay. This does defend the knight. Could play g4 just to make it fun, but I think I had enough fun. I'm having enough fun as it is, so I'm going to put my bishop back to e3 after bishop g7, pretty much where it belongs. And castle. Let's stop the b5 pawn expansion. Okay, let's attack the h6 pawn. Bring my rook into commanding position here. And the second run into commanding position. And let's see how it all goes. d5 is a possibility for white, I think. Oh my god, really? Well, threatens to win a piece, so I shouldn't be that surprised. Let's go h3. And I was going to play d5, but now I'm thinking maybe either knight h2, or just open it up, trade the queens, and we'll see what that endgame brings. Ah, no endgame yet. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, let's take the knight. Look at that dude, huh? Let's get rid of this knight then. Interesting stuff, huh? Nice move. Let's take with the f pawn. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, I'll wait. Take my b. Take my b pawn. Take my bishop on b6, whichever. I can play b4. Because black can play c5. He doesn't. That means I can play takes and bishop d4 or b4. b4 it is. Black made my decision easy by attacking the b7 pawn. I win a tempo. And of course, I'm undoubling my pawns, which is a nice deal. And now try to trade these babies. Not afraid of c5. Bishop takes bishop. All right, grab this baby. And after queen e4, I'm better. So that's already nice. And now I can make a decision, because it looks like I should keep the queens on, considering. So let's defend the a pawn first. And then double. Okay, queen e4. Not yet. Okay, rook d. Okay, let's pinpoint the weakness. Queen c5 is next. Yeah. If e4, queen c2 wins a pawn, how does this work? It does work somehow, except f3. All right. Let's just improve our position for a little bit with a5 and b4. Okay, I'm defending and attacking a little bit. Here comes my rook from the other angle. Okay, now. Oh, shoot. Okay, now what do I do? All right, I think it's time to change the angle of the attack and go for the king. Go for the king a little bit with queen c3. Can't play queen c3. Shoot. All right, well. Fine. At least I have a way into the king. If I can get it. If I can get my rook to the 6th rank. Oh, that's nice. That looks nice. That looks like help. That looks like help. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that just looked like a lot of help, I have to say. And it was a lot of help, as it turns out. And black now loses a rook. And continues to play, because I only have 1 minute left with an extra rook. That's maybe not enough for me. In the old days, maybe, but these days, no. Who knows? No, I guess it was enough. Okay. Well, thank God. Yeah, so this was a very tough game against Russian veteran Rus. Who is veteran Rus? I don't know, but let's take a look. Let's see, who is veteran Rus? Do we know who that is? No, we don't. Well, that's fine, because this is what we did against him. We did a good job. Now, I'm not sure how good a job we did, but anyway, I played just central chess. Central chess means everything we do is going to operate towards the middle of the board. Now, my opponent played a very good game. Especially, I was impressed by this move, bishop e6. That was really impressive, because here, I didn't want to take on e6, because the rook would then start helping out. And this kind of position just looked very equal to me, and certainly not better. So I tried to be tricky, and I put the bishop here, not just basically saying, look, I want to take here. And black took the bait and took on b3, but now I can come out with b4. So takes, and I thought c5 was a playable move for black. Of course, I could start doing something on this king side, but or even f4. But anyway, I thought that was better, but black starts opening up the position. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play g4. g4 was just simple. God, why didn't I even consider g4? I just assume my opponent knows what he's doing, and that's a big problem usually when you do that, because usually, especially in blitz, no matter who your opponent is, they don't know what they're doing. That's a simple rule, because no one does. It's impossible to figure it all out in blitz. And here, of course, this was a chance for me to just keep the protected pass pawn on f5. Instead, I went for my plan. Not too bad if I didn't have g4, I have to say. And now, still had g4. Okay, well, here we go. Alex Fishbine is coming at me loud and clear with a new idea here. Knight c6, something new. Something from the new... Okay, well, I'm going to hit him. Well, d5, e5. I'm still wondering about that. So let's go knight c3. Keep my d5 for later. Well, then e4, of course. d5, e5. Still d5, e5. Okay, so I'm going to just develop. Don't know what this knight c6. Is that a good idea to have the knight on c6? I'm very ambivalent about that, but certainly there's no checkmate ideas that I usually have, so I guess there's a point to that madness. Okay, now I guess I can play d5, because on e5 I can take on b7 and defend with bishop a6. At least for a while I'll have an extra pawn on b7. So let's do this now. Winning some time. Not only on the clock, but also in terms of development is what I mean. Okay. Okay, here I have to take with the bishop. Well, you know, I got a bishop. Got a bishop out of this mess. And on c6, I think I can take on c6. Yeah, I think I can take. I like this endgame. I'm going to go for it. I think I like it. I'm just going to go for it. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go for it. I'm not sure if it's good. Should I play bishop a6 and b3? Or d1 first? And bishop a6 may be too late then. Okay, now bishop a6 for sure. Okay, I'm giving away dark squares, but you know, the pawn structure. I like the pawn structure for white. Okay, defending this guy. I'm moving my king away from all that misery. Actually, 92 is not a bad idea, is it? All right, first off the dark square. Off the dark squares, there you go. King e1 now. Should I take? Maybe I should just take. Oh, a3, that's a cool move. Then I can go king e1. Not afraid of bishop b4. Here we go. King e1. Not afraid of bishop b4. The more rooks I exchange, the closer I am to an advantage. Let's put it this way. Now, is it going to be a big advantage? Who knows? Oh my god. Knight e2, rook takes rook, and bishop f2 check. Nice, Alex. Nice trick. But tricks are for kids. So I'm going to play b4. Wow. That was close. I almost played knight e2. Now I was thinking either knight a4 or bishop b7. I think I got to go for the bishop first. Bishop is more important here. Grab the bishop. I'll have an outside past a pawn eventually. That could mean a lot. Wow, that was a nice trap, Alex. Whew, good thing I didn't fall for it. And by the way, Alex, congratulations on your new job. It sounds like an excellent opportunity. Okay, bishop b7. Then, of course, knight b5 you want to play, right? So I better keep my bishop on this diagonal. Why not? Knight b5 I can take twice. And okay. No. You're not staying, my friend. You're just about to leave, so don't get too excited about taking my pawn on e4, because I'm actually ousting you out of here. Now the only question becomes, should I trade rooks or keep one pair? Bishop d1, rook d3 after takes or not. Bishop c2, king d2, not, no big deal. And if rook d1, knight b5, I like rook d1. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. I don't care about, I see. Fine. And now you're going somewhere. Where are you going? Okay. Okay. All right. Now that has to be defended, I guess. And then I'm going to slowly move my A pawn and B pawns and all these pawns that I have. Those extra pawns I have on the queen side, right? You have to realize black still has a doubled pawn over there. Just want to make sure I can win after knight c4. It does look dangerous for black, but who knows? What's he threatening exactly? I'm going to do it. I'm not sure it's a draw, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to win, obviously, but who knows if black can survive this position. Certainly black is worse. Well, this looks losing. Grab this baby. Okay, I have two moves, g3 and takes, which is bishop d7. I like this one. Oh! Okay. Interesting. Yeah, now what? Not so obvious that this is anything. Oh boy. And I need to move. I need to move. This does not look like a draw. I mean, like a win for white. It looks like a drawish position here. Oh well. Oh well. I tried. Something didn't go right. All right. Okay, so tough game. I think I missed something in there. I think I had an edge in descending. Let's see down there. I mean, this was a decision that was tough to say, but I thought if anyone's better, white can be better. But maybe I was wrong. So let's see. Some point. Okay, at some point here. Yeah, this was a tough one. I had to make a decision whether I should play bishop b7. I didn't. Okay. Well, I'm continuously being bombarded by these GMs. Okay, I better defend them. Fight Club is at me now. I don't know if this is such a good idea, but it kind of looks like a bit like a Catalan, which I'm going to take this pawn on c4 and see what this brings. Just want to, knight b5 now, huh? There's knight e4, but then queen b7. Okay, so I gotta go a6, which I don't want to play. Alright, better do it. Bit unpleasant. Could be a bit unpleasant, this position, especially with the b pawn. If whites can somehow play knight a4 when I'm least ready. Okay, maybe it still does it. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Can I play bishop c6 or something like that? Knight c3. And then where does my knight go, right? Cuckoo land. Damn. This is really bad. Alright, I gotta play this. This is really bad. I don't understand why I'm playing this badly here. Not a good position to have against another grandmaster. Oh my god. Something queen c2 maybe, but I don't think so. Queen b5, queen c2, maybe. Alright, I can try to keep my pawn for a second. At least. Okay, well, what about rook a5? It's not so bad, is it? Somehow managed to trick my esteemed opponent into a little bit of a blunder. I think now I'm a little bit better. After knight takes e6 and queen moves somewhere. Still white has enormous compensation, but not resignable anymore. Luckily my queen's defended, so knight a6 doesn't work. All that I could have had, no, nothing. Just lucky. Ready to take on e6, yep, it goes. Okay, I was thinking rook c5 to go rook c1. But maybe knight g5 will just crush me. Rook a3. This is when it gets fun. Just when you think you're doing okay, you're getting strangely destroyed. Okay, king g8 probably necessary. Okay, trying to defend, that's all. For now, just trying to defend. Okay, now queen f6. I was thinking to go rook a1. Maybe rook g8. Gotta defend some of these guys. A little bit overprotection, and probably a little bit of a threat with knight f4 now. I'm gonna force my opponent's hand a bit. So now if knight f6, so I got rid of one dangerous guy. And I'm hitting d2. For better or worse, I don't know. Okay, now don't know. Now what? Let's try to move the b pawn up at some point. Rook b3 or something, and defend the pawn on e6 with rook b6. Can't play rook b6 now, evidently, but I can play rook c5. That loses. Queen d7 maybe. Well, I think I gotta do it. Oh no, knight e6, but then rook c8. Similar position to if white just takes and takes on e6. Now we trade on d7, I guess. Maybe there's queen a6 though. It's queen a6. Okay, I'm not sure that's so great for white. b3, then knight d4. Okay, that I can't allow. Rook c2, knight d4. Knight d4 is coming strong to do. Probably time to go back. Wait, I can't take that. Okay, I gotta go there. Knight d4, rook b8. Okay, move my king away. My knight on g7. Okay. No time to waste now. Oh boy. Shoot. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh wait, where did that come from? Okay, I won on time. Whew! I won on time, my friends. Now, what was going on in that crazy position? Well, first of all, okay, this position I don't like already. I have to tell you a little bit. Not my kind of, not my cup of tea. I was thinking about queen b6, but I don't like d3. Knight, queen c7, knight c3. Yeah, here I don't know, e5 maybe. It's something just to block something up. I hate my position. this was really awful because now b6 is not going to work. Maybe I should have played some like rook d8 first. Anyway, I went with b6. Now this is going to be perennial weakness. And certainly it just happened. Now I shouldn't have played bishop b7. I was telling you that b6 is going to be a problem. And yet I still went for it. And how silly can one be? Play rook e8 or something. And wait for things to happen. This was horrible. Knight a4, excellent move. Now, no real way to defend this pawn. I'm just losing it. And I thought of this, but it doesn't work. a3. I was thinking bishop c6 first, but then knight c3. Oh, actually, I could have taken this. And then knight c6. I didn't see that bishop f3. Actually, this was playable. But white has some other thing up their sleeve, which is bishop e5. That looks just disgusting. It's now just pawn takes and pawn takes wins. Not, wait, hold on. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Is this really that good? Wow, this is horrible for black, isn't it? So, yeah, so I finally said, okay, that's not going to play. And I played bishop c6, no, bishop e4. But of course, this is just hopeless. I was expecting white to just take on f6 and play rook takes b4. But I played bishop d4. Now, I try to complicate, as always, in such positions. Now, hoping white maybe plays queen b5. And I was thinking queen c2, rook b4, knight d5. And I wasn't even calculating. I was just saying, okay, maybe some complications. And in fact, there are complications. The position's quite interesting. Even here, queen d1 check is interesting first, but I thought, but then queen f1. Okay, so knight d5, very important. So actually, that was a good trap. That would have been okay for black. But white plays knight c5, but then I defend the pawn for a second at least. And now I did not expect queen takes b5, frankly. That move really left me dumbfounded, and now we got a very unclear position. I mean, I think probably balanced, except playing black is very difficult because I'm the one that has all these weaknesses on the entrails that I have to defend. I started with a king move and then queen e7. That was fine, but now rook d8. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I'm holding my own, even, and this is the best move too. Okay, now, okay, still tough move. My God, I played like 4 best moves, but then where'd they go wrong? Then queen d7. Okay, that was a mistake. I should have just played rook b8. Actually, that makes a lot of sense now that I see it after knight e6, rook d6, of course. So yeah, that move just defended everything. I don't know what got into me, why I was so silly not to see simple retreat like that, and I just knee-jerked with queen d7. That was just stupidity. And yeah, this is just an extra pawn that I just gave because I didn't actually force the queen trade. Now I'm just lost for a while, for a very long while. I mean, yeah, getting rid of this knight was probably the thing to do, trying to get rid of it. Here white can play bishop g4, but still, even getting rid of one minor piece is an accomplishment. The knight should not live on d4. That is just very bad. Okay, but now we were just in ridiculous time pressure with no time to figure things out. I was trying to go for rook a2. My opponent rudely stopped me. Then instead of playing rook f8, I went up. And now, big problems. Yeah, even knight f7 is a pretty good move here. Queen f7, rook c8. Goodbye. Okay, well, did not happen. White prepared it. Rook a2, still knight f7 strong. Queen d4, b2. Knight f7 is finito like a media now because if queen takes, then simply rook c8, right? So that was already missed by white in a big way. And now I tried to defend, but I forgot about my rook. My rook's hanging. Okay, now it's just a flaggy time. Goodbye, my friend. No time for you. Okay, that kind of thing happens, especially in the good old days when I used to flag people. Anyway, this was Grandmaster Max Dlugy. Take it to the Max show. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't do too badly. I think just drew 2 games today, or maybe more. Oh, yeah, just 2. So not so bad considering. I'll see you guys next week, and Have a great week. And if you look up the Karpov camp, that's coming in 2 weeks to New York City at my Chess Max Academy. Take care, everybody, and